Alright, so this is part 2, the last part in prepping your project file for animation. Last time I've done the tutorial of prepping these pieces, right? But these guys were not prepped. They weren't in the scene. They were in another scene. So it escaped my mind. But I want to make this tutorial for these guys now. Alright. So let's take a look here. I'm going to just grab this one. It says here long strip. This one medium strip, this one short strip. And unfortunately I have the same names, so that's not good for me, because I'll run into a lot of confusion. I gotta rename this. So instead of short strip, I'm gonna call it kind of like the previous tutorial. I named it like background short strip. Yeah, background short strip, because it's the background, you know, background asset or prop. This one, I'm gonna name it again background. You could name it, you could abbreviate it as BCKGRND. For background. This one, I'm gonna name it again background long strip. But you name it what you want, but I recommend putting it at the beginning, like background. That way we know what is what. Okay. Alright, so from what I remember, I did this, where its pivot point is at the base, right in the middle, at its base floor. Same here, right? These guys, it's at the center, which is fine. Okay. If you have it, for example, down here, like how I did it in the in-person lecture, that's fine, just leave it there. Okay. I placed it like this in the middle, just for the students that were not here during class. Otherwise, in terms of animation, it's more or less the same, except for yeah, except for if you have it like this, you have a little bit more freedom of range in terms of rotational position, you know, setting up rotation keyframes. Alright. So yeah, make sure you have everything like this, like that, right? And even when you select your group, make sure it's like that. And even when you look at the side, it'll be like that and like that. Same thing for Adidas here, and you will look at the side here, right? Which I discussed before. These guys, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select the background short, medium, and long. Again, that's you select it once, hold down shift and left click select. While still holding on shift, left click select again. Alright, shift selecting. Then I'm gonna still hold on my shift and left click, left click, left click. Then let go of the shift button. That way I select all of it. You see? I need to make sure that I freeze the transformations, which is modify, freeze transformations. Make sure you do that. So that now there's nothing here. For the banner, there's nothing there. nothing, 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 nothing. And I'm just gonna select that, hold on shift, and down here I'm gonna left click, select everything, and want to make sure that the history is deleted. Edit, delete by type, history. So there's nothing there. All cleaned out. Next, what I want to do is I want to grab my banner small, right? We named it banner small, banner medium, banner large. Oh no. Right, banner large, right? What I'm going to do is the banner small, I'm going to literally dump it into the background short strip. And what do I mean by I'm going to dump it into it? Well, I'm going to first grab, not that, this, my banner small. So you grab your banner small, and I'm going to, while it's selected in my outliner, I'm going to press and hold the middle mouse button. Then I'm going to, while pressing and holding the middle mouse button, I'm going to drag carefully until I reach the background short strip right there. You see that? And I'm going to let go. And see? Now it grabbed it from here and it dumped it into here. And if you look here, there's a plus sign. There it is. So the banner small is piggybacking off of the background short strip. So it's basically catching a ride on top of this. So this banner small is literally catching a ride on top of him. See? From here, here. And it's become one whole piece, while still maintaining the pivot point here, like that. See? I'll do the next one. I'm gonna carefully select that. Banner medium, banner medium. I'm going to select it, banner medium, middle mouse. I'm going to hover over it and press down on the middle mouse. Okay? I'm not letting go of the middle mouse. I am pressing down and holding. Now I'm going to drag it and drop it into the background medium strip. You see how it turns into a little dotted rectangle? You see that? Now it's a dotted rectangle. As long as you see that dotted rectangle, right, you're good. I'm gonna let go. Now it's inside, piggybacking off of the background medium strip. Finally, I'm going to click the banner large. Again, while it's selected, hover over it, press and hold the middle mouse button. As you can see, the cursor turns into a plus sign. While pressing and holding the middle mouse button, I'm going to drag and drop it into the background long strip. See how it turns into a rectangular box, dotted line. If you see something like this, that is not a rectangular dotted line. It has to be right on top of it in the middle, where it turns into a rectangular dotted line. And let go. Now, the banner large is piggybacking off of the background long strip. And that's how you prep this. So I can select it like this. Just pick select, and it's all of that. Or I can select it from here. See? right? Select it here. See? Select that here. But I gotta be careful and not select the banner. If I select just the banner, it does that. See? It has to be at the root of the person that is piggybacking the banner. See? This guy, he's the root. And he is piggybacking off of the root, which is him. Alright? So you could think of this as the son, and this is the dad. And the son is, you know, behind, piggybacking off of the dad. Okay? So that's how we set up the animation prep. So yeah. Overall, make sure everything is zeroed out. Okay? Everything is zeroed out. Everything's zeroed out. Make sure everything has its history deleted. Right? No history. Make sure everything has its name. And regarding this, I guess I should also group it, be safe. So I select it, shift and select and select. Edit, group. Okay. But you can see the handle is way over here. It should be centered here. So what I'm going to do is modify, center, pivot while selecting the group. Modify, center, pivot. But now it's right, it's floating. I don't want that. I'm going to just press spacebar and I can choose either here or here, front or side. Maybe I'll go side. Press the D as in David. Press it once. I'm going to pull down on the arrow and put it there. Press W to get out of the edit pivot setting. And that's how you move the pivot for it. Okay. So yeah. Make sure to have this done and ready by next week Wednesday. The animation, the prepping the Adidas file for animation takes priority before working on your shaders and your lights and your rendering. Okay. That's about it.